world slows down around him, whilst he realizes that this is an important moment in his life.
Oh, you're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot Fatty.
Yeah.
Ace.
Oh.
What was the 17 for?
That was my dodge.
Oh, that was your dodge. Yes, sorry, I'm getting tired. Yeah, and he watches as the gun rotates, and just rotates just a little bit too much, and you see the relief on his face, followed by shock, as the slug plows into the wall, just to the side of his head.
Son of a bitch. I was going to spend edge to re-roll that, but you already rolled, so I can't.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yep.
Okay, then. So... If it's okay with you, Douglas, I'm gonna take another shot at Fatty. So...
You can, but this time he's going to shoot at you first, if that's okay, because you'll probably fucking kill him.
Go ahead. He has to beat 6.
Almost.
Wait.
Yeah. He shoots at you, and the slug takes some of the hair off your neck, because you haven't had a haircut in far too long, really, Zeriq, and that the hair on your neck does grow if you let it. So yeah, his slug takes some of the hair off your neck, leaves a slight singe mark, as it was close enough to give you a little bit of a fright.
Okay. And he has to dodge 7. My accuracy is 8, so I get all of those.
Yeah, this time, as the gun rotates slowly towards him, and as a tear forms in his other eye, and the other side of his lip quivers, realizing that this is an important moment in his life, the gun, his world slows down. As the
he has to save against 12.
Yeah, that is the Paul Heyman, who is someone I did have in my mind thinking of that. So he doesn't. He's already taken 3 damage. So this time the gun doesn't rotate past him before the bang. This time, in all the slowness that instant replay can provide, he watches the slug as his eyes cross as it comes closer and closer and closer to them, and passes between them, and he flops to the floor with cross eyes, opposite cross eyes to Johnny Depp, of course. Realizing that not only was this an important moment in his life, it was the last moment in it.
I'm going to say out loud, your boss is dead. Do you really want to die with him?
Yeah, apparently he does. As his answer pings into the wall behind you.
Well, Volk, that was my action.
Pop up, aim, fire.
Hey Douglas, I didn't know that Volk was a pop-up book.
Apparently, he pops up several times a night.
So he's male.
So he's going to get to shoot at you first, because if you're going to be able to shoot at him, you've already got partial cover against him. And he hasn't shot because he's been training his gun on Zeriq.
Oh, yeah, okay.
4.
4.
So he doesn't shoot you. Apparently, he shoots Zeriq's spare body instead.
Oh, God.
Did you want to spend the edge?
There you go, Douglas.
Well, no. I don't normally ask. I just give, if you've got a few moments to shout.
Yeah, I have to spend edge because that's a glitch.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I got more failures than successes.
You got
It's a glitch.
3 1s. It's only a glitch if half your dice are 1s.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Why did you roll 15 again? You should have rolled 13. But that's okay. It doesn't matter.
Because I forgot about that rule.
That's okay. You hit him anyway with. I'm going to count. The last 2 were not successes, so I'm going to count down if you guys successes. So you had 8. He's got 3. That's 5. 5 plus 13 is 18. Oh dear, poor guy. Yeah, so you do 17 points of damage to him, which is slightly more than his body. And in fact, more than the guy you blew to smithereens. So you've already atomized one guy. What can you do to this guy beyond that? I know what you can do. So as you rotate the gun, you can only see really his head. And that's fine because his head is an important piece of equipment, at least to him.
Yeah.
Or I should say, was to him. As the slug from your gun passes straight through it, leaving a nice, neat hole in the kind of sort of, I'm going to say, in a kind of Resident Evil kind of way, because they do that kind of shot, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the brass plaque on the wall behind him causes it to immediately rebound and also hits him in the arse. Passing through and leaving a hole where there was a hole already, but now wider and without a sphincter.
You blew out his old O-ring.
And he falls to one side, not very able to keep up with present events on the basis that he's passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. I will stow my crime boss away in my sling because I have one of those.
I'm gonna drop the body.
And I
And
will pull my Browning Ultra Power and go around making sure that all these guys are dead.
They are. There's one unconscious one, but everyone else is dead. You find
Okay.
one guy. You found one guy who you didn't know was there because you never saw him. Near the front window, on the left-hand side of the room, just lying down or sitting down. As it looks as if he relaxed into unconsciousness behind the cover he was taking.
Well, he's unconscious. Coup de grace, shot to the head.
Yeah, he doesn't dodge. He doesn't get an armor roll. He doesn't do very well.
okay, so I'm going to do a quick rummage through Fat Bastard's pockets.
How long do you want to take?
20 seconds.
You find a lot of discarded food wrappers.
You find a new yardstick and a lot of discarded food wrappers.
All right. And do I hear the sound of sirens off in the distance?
No, but I wouldn't hang around for very long if I were you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. With Wayung's map, where was the place that was locked with boxes? I think Wayung was able to see boxes or something.
Oh yeah, this room is a storage room for all the illegal shit. There are, apart from the metal desk, filing cabinet, on the front side of the room, there's a couch and various boxes just stacked up. Behind the desk was a rack that would have had
Crime
the
bosses.
weapons. They would have had the weapons these guys have tried to use. The boxes look like there's drink boxes, some food boxes. On the table are smaller box. Sorry, on the metal desk. It's like a business desk. You know, those old style metal ones they have in warehouses.
Oh yeah.
On that are weighing scale and some smaller boxes with what you assume would be drugs and whatever else, and BTL chips, just sort of lazily stacked there. There's not much organization here.
Yeah.
Anything else that would be there? The weapons, drink, food, TV on the wall.
Let's see here. So the big boxes with my crowbar, I'm going to go ahead and open one of the big boxes. I believe you said there were there.
Yeah, they've got bottles of drink in them.
Bottles of drink, you say?
Bottles of drink, indeed.
What types of bottles of drink are we talking about here?
Hard liqueur.
How many do you think I could stuff in, let's say, it's kind of like a waist pack?
You've got a bum pack?
No, not a fanny pack.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so you've got a fanny pack that you wear the wrong way around.
It's basically where I store my ammunition, but currently I don't. By the way, I pick up my cartridge that I threw.
You're welcome to carry away 3 bottles in whatever manner you feel like without specifying.
Okay. Mostly because me and Volk have drinking problems.
That's fine. It's cheap but strong.
Plus, quote unquote, I'd like to make this look sort of like a robbery.
Yeah. I was going to gather up the weapons that were laying around.
Yeah, if you haven't, that's you, Zeriq. Then, from outside, from downstairs, where Wayon is now re-exiting the front of the building. He says, "Just set fucking fire to everything and run away."
Well, do I know Chaos has those bottles in front of him?
You hear clinking. You see big bottles of strong alcohol.
He's got one under his arm, one in one hand, and one stuffed in what everyone else besides him calls a fanny pack.
Okay, I've got an idea.
I'm gonna buy him a handbag for his birthday.
Aww.
Get him a merce. Man purse.
Oh, I was gonna say, give me a Faggio, which is a type of scooter, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I've played GTA.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the guy who I had to coup de grace because I can't imagine he got as much blood on his clothes.
Yeah.
Rip a piece off of his shirt, grab one of the bottles, stuff the cloth in there, and
soak the cloth first.
Yeah, soak the cloth, stuff it down in there, and then light it on fire.
Okay.
Impromptu Molotov cocktail, and then as we go down the stairs, whoo.
Yep.
That's
I still
fine.
want to take all the ammo drums out of those crime bosses.
You can grab the crime bosses, but you haven't got time to be fucking about with ammo drums, I don't think.
Yeah, you're right. So I'll just grab the crime bosses.
How many? There's 5. Do they have slings, Douglas?
Would they come standard with slings?
No,
Or
I had to
not?
get that separate.
Then they don't come with slings.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, I'll grab 2. 1 for each hand.
That's fair enough.
All right, then I'll toss the Molotov
Okay.
as we exit and we run.
Yep.
And we'll go out the back entrance.
You
So-
can't go out the back entrance. There's no way out the back entrance.
I will take just 1 second to look at when we get down to the second floor. I will take 1 second just to look at the long arm that the guy I killed had.
It's a crappy shot. That was one of the crap guards, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a crappy shotgun.
Fuck it, I'll leave it. Probably a T250 because that's the cheapest shotgun in this book.
That would be it. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So once you get down to the second floor, the scene hasn't really changed. You did take you spent more time cleaning up than you did shooting. But by the sound of it, you spent less than a minute cleaning up. You just did what you needed to do and got out of there, which is a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
The people that were semi-conscious are more conscious now, and there's a few less people on this floor than there was before, but there's still plenty of un and semi-conscious people on the floor. The BTL people are still very happy with their life. They
Might cut out.
Or he stopped talking.
before. Making it down to the bottom floor. The only people left now here are the ones that have come down from upstairs
Uh-oh.
and get out. Everyone else has at least left the building, which doesn't mean they've gone far. Outside the building, and I'm assuming he's running out the front on the basis that the front is the only real exit. There's a large crowd of young teenagers and a couple of older people. What do you want to do when you get outside? Nobody gets in your way, but they're all just staring and looking.
Is Wayon with the bulldog still around?
Wayon is across the street, having made it out relatively recently.
In the bulldog?
Yep.
Does the a quick message to Wayon. Does the bulldog still run?
From the sound of the engine, it does appear to be so. There's a reason he picked an armored van.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna hop into the bulldog and be like, drive, motherfucker, drive!
Yep. I'm right behind you.
Okay, so Wayon takes off and goes only about half mile before he comes to a stop. Not really comes to a stop. More pulls a 90 and travels into a garage. And doesn't really stop. Doesn't really brake in time before he hits the wall. A couple of seconds after, a few seconds, he then tells you, he says, out, and across the street. A few seconds after he tells you to get out across the street, his van pulls up outside and across the street.
The exact noise I make is whoop, 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 whoop.
Hop, 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 hop.
Okay, and I'm assuming you run across the street and get into his van.
Yep.
And he takes off at a speed limit miles per hour.
And the mask comes off, and I'm just breathing there heavily on the floor of the van with Volk right next to me.
And he decides that for no reason at all, he will head to the highway and towards the state lines.
Just in case measures?
Yes, just in case measures. He'll tell you, I'm not expecting anything, but we can keep an eye on radio traffic and the police reports. And if anything comes, we'll just keep going in this direction. Otherwise, we're just going to take a drive for a couple of hours, if that's okay with you guys.
All right. As I
Use the time to unwind.
As I pop the cork on the bottle and take a swig, then hand it off to Volk.
Yeah, to drop it. So yeah, he just takes a drive, literally for a couple of hours along the interstate. Actually, that would involve you leaving the area, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there roadblocks or anything like that? Probably not on an interstate between two cities that are quite happy with each other, so I'll say there aren't. There are news reports that don't mention gunfire. There is, because everything gets reported in the future. I mean, if you think about today and how there's going to be a blog article on a house fire, well, there just is, isn't there? Somebody's going to blog it.
Yeah.
So there are, blog news reports followed by a news report of, oh my God, this car went in there and somehow it must have caught the gas because the entire place went up by the time the police arrived. We were really worried that the whole street was going to catch fire, and it was only the bravery of your local Lone Star probably do fire prevention. I don't know what the fire services are like in the future. It was only the bravery of the local Lone Star officers who saved the entire street from going up in flames. People could have been hurt. People were hurt. Sadly, they found on the second floor of the building, actually the second floor and the third floor had collapsed onto the ground floor. So amongst the rubble on the ground in the building, they found a large number of teenage dead bodies, along with some older people who appeared to have been involved in an ammunition cook-off. More importantly, though, the school opposite is launching an investigation, as many of the young teenagers found in the rubble were not only from the school during school time, but were also in various states of taken various amounts of
drugs.
Well, they haven't tested them for that, have they? Probably. Well, they might have an easy test for them in the future. Several of them seem to be still wearing BTL equipment as they died. Clearly, this is BTL being the massive menace to society that it is. And it's shocking that people could be so out of themselves that they not even realize that their body was burning whilst their mind is in another place. And that's what the news reports say.
We're listening to this while in Wayong's van, then? Or would this be after?
Yeah, well, you're watching this in the van, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not news reports, more blogs and shit than actual news. I mean, the fire makes the news, but only as a passing remark. In the same way as you have local TV news that mentions shit like that over there at the moment, I imagine. But it's only a local thing, so it's only the city news. It's not the wider. Just another event in. We said we were in Chicago or Seattle?
Yes.
Chicago. Just another thing that happens in Chicago on a daily basis, and nothing to worry about. In separate news, a month later, just to tie things up, Officer Johnny Deep has been promoted following a large undercover investigation into drug supply at local schools. Well, they successfully managed to shut down at least one large operation, which very much sounds like the operation that you shut down.
Huh.
And have concluded that there's no other problems in the immediate vicinity. So Chicago police, not Chicago police, not Lone Star. Who else? Who would operate at like an FBI level?
FBI level? Well, more than likely that'd be the Knight Errant.
Okay, so the brave Knight Errant officers have congratulated themselves for assuring that there's no drug problems in the local schools following the shutdown, following their successful operation to shut down local suppliers. Isn't that nice? I'm glad Johnny Deep got a promotion. He deserved it.
Deserve to get my crime boss in his head, in my opinion.
Well, here's the thing. That whole newscast there for Johnny Deep, that was a month later. I don't care about a month later. Give me a day later, and we're sure we're clear, and get me my money.
Yeah.
Okay, so after a couple of hours and a fair drive along I only wanted to do that to get out of the way.
Yeah,
so I don't have to mention it again. I also wanted to mention him so that you've got someone to hate in the future. Yay!
Do you really need to give Volk a reason other than he's an elf?
Oh no, I'll give him the reason that he was actually being paid. The reason you couldn't buy him off is he was being paid by the drug gang to get the children there. And he was, and although he does work for the FBI, he was actually taking a side job, as it were.
Kickbacks.
So you weren't going to be able to pay him off or otherwise persuade him.
Damn.
Because he was employed. So after a couple of hours along the motorway and taking the time to send a drone over the school, over the youth centre, and see that it's no large police operation, it's just a fire service and coroner operation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then Wayon will be happy to turn around and spend a couple of hours driving back. Which will get you there, because it was 6 p.m. or so when you did this, wasn't it? To 5:30, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, around there.
So it's going to be like 11 o'clock at night by the time you get home.
Well, don't know about Volk, but I'm going to pop me 2 aspirin. I'm going to go in, let's see here. No, wait. I'm going to pop 2 aspirin. I'm going to call Krogar.
Okay. Krogar...
the Dwarven Fixer.
I know who he is.
Okay.
I forget his name if you hadn't said it, but when you say it, I know who he is.
Okay.
Krogar, in that very, very fast, hyper salesperson voice of his, which I can't be bothered to do right now, greets you in an exceptionally magnanimous manner, and inquires after your health, etc.
Couple dings, but I'll be fine. Tell the Johnson that that the job's done, and
we're ready to collect.
Exactly what Volk said.
Yeah. Okay. So Krogar gives you a ring back in like 10 minutes. Says, Johnson's happy to meet you. He thinks the bar probably will be less crowded tomorrow morning, but if you insist on doing it tonight, he'll be there.
We'll do it tomorrow morning.
Okay, so you said like 11 o'clock tomorrow?
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so time passes. It's 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Volk, wake up.
Yep. Get dressed. Pack my L36 in the concealed holster just for security. Oh wait, they got a fucking scanner at this bar, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, never mind. I'll go without.
Douglas.
Yes.
If you recall, last time I gave the bouncer 200 new yen as a bonus.
Yeah. If you want to give him another 200 yen, you're quite welcome.
Well, I'm just wondering if he's gonna like me a bit more.
He likes you. You're his best friend, but obviously you can't quite break the rules without a good reason.
True. Well, I wasn't gonna bring my guns anyway. I was just wondering how he felt about me.
Yeah, no, he waves away the teenage girl from charging you entrance fees. And opens the door for you. And if there was a queue, you could go to the head of it. But there isn't.
He's gonna get another 200 new yen bonus then.
He doesn't scan you. He doesn't scan you. And he probably wouldn't scan you for less than that, now that you've established a relationship.
Would I be able to count him as a contact at some point?
If you want to spend the points on it, you're welcome to do so.
All right. I'll probably do that in the future. Having a bouncer as a contact for a bar is actually pretty good.
Okay, so he doesn't scan you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Just like later on, send me what his connection rating would be, so that way I'd have to fill that out itself. But I'm pretty sure his loyalty is just 1.
It's only going to be like 2. He's not going to be anything clever. He's just a bouncer that's worked security in a number of places, so he knows the bars and he knows the regulars in this area. So actually, that was a 2 or a 3. It's certainly not a 4, is it? It's a 2 or a 3, or whatever you decide you prefer on that.
I could make him a connection 3, but it would be loyalty 1 right now, right?
You can buy that up to 2 if you want to.
All right.
You have to buy it to 1 anyway, don't you?
Yep.
So
okay. Nice. Anyway, I'll fist bump him if he will return the fist bump.
Yes, he's not this corporate schemer. He does actually have real feelings for people. So unlike the other contact you can buy, the other 2 contacts you can buy, which is 1, the corporate guy you did a job for. You're welcome to take him as a contact. Don't ever ask for more than loyalty 1. It just doesn't exist. Or any of the Johnsons you meet, you can take as contacts.
Yeah, no.
Okay, fine.
You said he was a troll, right?
Yes.
Sweet. What's his name?
Whatever you decide.
All right, he'll be called...
You're far better at names than I am.
He's George.
Okay, cool. Yeah, crap. So you go to the bar. You didn't take a weapon, did you?
No, I didn't.
You're not as spendy as Zeriq, so you get scanned. But you're with Zeriq, so you get scanned respectfully.
Yep. It's over with.
I assume you don't have anything that would set a metal detector off on you, so...
Besides the buckles of my boots, no.
No, it's one of... Yes. What they call is a try-something or other scanner that detects weapon metal, I think. And he lets you in. The bar remains the same seedy dive bar that it always is at this time in the morning. You imagine it would be more popular at night, but strangely enough, you've never been here at night. As usual, there's a lady who looks like she could have been a dancer at some point before meth at age decided that dancing wasn't a long-term career for her.
Yeah.
is tending the bar. A couple of patrons who look no better off and frankly mostly worse than the bartender are sat there. In a booth at the back is no one yet because it's before he arrives.
Yeah. So I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to tell Volk to sit with me. Just because.
Yep.
This is the closeout.
Yes, well, if I remember correctly, and I do, this guy who's just a twat, in terms of, he doesn't, he's not a very good Johnson in terms of being a Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far too loud and brash. So he enters the bar with two girls that are prettier than anything else that's in the room, one on each arm.
Is this a smoking bar?
You can smoke, yeah.
All right, I'm actually gonna light up before he comes in, just because. Fuck it. If he's not gonna be professional, why do we?
This is his idea of professional. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, true.
He's very professional. I have to ask the girls; they're professional too. Everyone's professional. He's he walks in with two girls on his arms, and walks up one on each arm, and walks up the bar. As he sees you there, he motions the girls towards a couple of bar stools, and throws a cred stick on the counter, so that they can have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And then he raises his arms into the air and opens them and says, "My man!" Pointing his fingers towards you, and comes over and loudly, is the only way I can describe it, bounces onto the seat next to you. "Dudes! So I heard you fucked them motherfuckers up."
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they got fucked, all right.
But Johnny, he got away.
Johnny got away.
Yep.
He was a real problem, to be honest. He was the issue we had. But you know what? Fuck it. They're gone. They ain't gonna be coming back for a while. I'm happy. Dude, you done me a solid. And he goes to pat you both on the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
In a very hard-handed way.
He does. I am gonna look at him and be like, yeah, we also took out the fat Fertelli up in the top there. So.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, man. That'll show them a lesson. That'll show them which gang runs this street. That'll show them who's in charge. And you can see that he's getting excited by that idea. Yes, excited in many senses.
Yeah.
As he's thumping the table and says, as he shouts over to the girl at the bar, "Yo, bitch, bring these fine gentlemen a drink," and ask you what you would like.
Whiskey.
As she asks for whiskey, she says, no, not that. Bring the fucking bottle. Come on over. And motions her over. And as she brings the bottle over, just snaps his fingers towards his sides, and she takes a seat, snuggling on his arm gently. In the manner that she would get slapped if she didn't do.
Yeah.
So I think our agreement was, and I can't remember what our agreement was. Which one did you take? Did you take the body count or the other one? I offered you, I think it was 100 per body, plus a fixed sum, or just a total fixed sum, didn't I? And I think you took the fixed sum, and I can't remember what it was.
No, I think we took... Wait, crap, what did we take?
I cannot remember.
Okay.
Just give us the fixed sum because I can't remember either, Douglas.
Well, the fixed sum was either 1,500 or 2,000, something like that. So, if either of you can remember, I'm happy to take whatever you say later. I think the body count sum was 1,000 plus 100 per body. So I'm going to say 2,000 because I feel like it. And he drops 2 cred sticks on the table. Said, and the drink's on top. Gives you a big wink as if that's something that really matters.
So is that 2,000 a piece or just 2,000 to split?
That's 2,000 a piece. Two cred sticks. There's 2 of you here. So he's only feels.
Well, when we made that deal, we made the deal for 6 people. Oh wait, third. We need a 3rd cred stick. Wayon.
Oh yeah, sorry, Wayon. Yes, I forgot about myself. I gotta give myself money. I don't like to. Yes, yay. So he drops 3 cred sticks on the table and said, "You guys, you ever want anything? Happy to get it cost for you. I mean, thanks so much. Those Nancy fucking boys in there, they won't be back for a while. We showed them who's on the streets. They know we ain't no fucking fairies." And he makes lots of racial insults generally, to nobody in particular. And he continues on in such a manner to just generally trashing the other gangs and calling them all sorts of insults, whilst praising himself for being such a brilliant professional. And you too, obviously.
Anyway, does he stay at the bar or is he leaving?
No, you get the impression that he would quite happily tell you how wonderful he is for hours.
Well, as illuminating as that would be, I'm going to finish my drink and take my cred stick and take my leave.
I'm going to take the 2 cred sticks. 1 for me, 1 for Wayon. And I'm going to be like, well, pleasure doing business with you. If you ever have anything else, you know who to contact, and he'll contact us.
Yeah, he shakes your hand far too forcefully, almost Trump-like, and puts the bottle in your hand and gives you a big wave as he lights an oversized cigar.
As I leave, I'll fist bump the troll again.
Okay, the troll fist bumps you and pushes you through a wall.
Hey, I have strength comparable to him. Hopefully.
I will just walk on past.
Not quite. To be fair, you are strong, so you don't go far, but he's definitely strong.
Yeah.
He is a troll. As you're with Zeriq, and he remembers that because he's not a stupid troll, he gives you a tip of the hat too, which you probably don't like, so he does it, yes.
And as soon as we get in the van, Wayon gets his cred stick. Wherever he wants it.